Hey y'all, it's your girl Ayo Kesh, and I'm back with some more tips, rules, and guidelines to help you navigate through this lovely city I like to call Jacksonville. And you already know what time it is. It's Ayo Kesh. I know you fucking lying Fridays. And welcome. Look, I know I missed last week, y'all, but for two different reasons. I had ordered some mics, and I was waiting for the mics to come in so that I can give y'all better sound quality so y'all can hear me. Because sometimes it just be feel like I be yelling and trying to out-talk myself. So I ordered some mics. So y'all let me know with the new mics how the sound quality is now. And my cousin came in town last weekend and surprised me with a visit. And I swear I had every intention on still doing the show. But y'all already know, cousin, when your cousin come in town, all bets are off. But I'm back, and we're going to go ahead and continue with the regular scheduled program. And we back in this thing. I missed y'all. Also, I put up a new video. If y'all haven't went to go see it, check out my new video. It's on TikTok and Instagram. My TikTok is at Ayo Kesh 88. That's AYOKESH 88. And my Instagram is AYO_KESH2. So y'all go and follow me. My new video is up. It's what jobs not to work at if you not from Jacksonville. So y'all go ahead and check that out and run it up. I'm not going to hold y'all any longer. Let's go ahead and get into it. So, first of all, business shout out of the week. Unfortunately, we didn't have any businesses to shout out this week. But I'm still going to let y'all know. Send me those emails because thanks to y'all with the promos on the businesses, I was able to dip into the business fund and get this mic so we can have better sound quality. My next goal is to get a brand new ring light and some other things, but the ring light is the next on the agenda. So if y'all can, my Cash App is Ayo Kesh 88, if I'm not mistaken. I'm gonna put the Cash App here, but I believe it's Ayo Kesh 88 $AYOKESH 88. Anything helps. $1, $5, anything. It all goes into the Ayo Kesh Entertainment Fund. And when I need to upgrade new equipment and everything, that's what I'm gonna do so I can continue to come and bring y'all all this content that y'all love and want to see me do. So no businesses this week, but again, any business promos, I'm doing them for only $10. Yes, promos during the Ayo Kesh I Know You Fucking Lying show is only $10. I will shout out your business at least 2 times during the show, in the beginning and in the end. All funds go towards producing the show. I do this all by myself, you guys. I do the editing, I do the recording, I do the script writing, I do all of that on my own. So anything helps if y'all just want to, anything helps if y'all just want to help me out. But all business promotions during the show are only $10. Again, I'm going to put the Cash App in the description if y'all just want to help me out and send me just $1, 50 cents, anything. But if you want your business shouted out during the show, it's $10. Again, you can send all business shout out inquiries to ayokeshent@gmail.com. That's AYOKESHENT@gmail.com. I will also put that in the description as well. Again, all proceeds will go to building up the Ayo Kesh brand. I love y'all, and I'm here to give y'all what y'all need. So let's go ahead and get that out the way and get into the Ayo Kesh weekly entertainment. Okay, so I'm going to go back because it really wasn't no mess going on that much this week. We did see that the survivors from the Mexico 4, I'm glad that, somebody did survive. I want to send out my prayers and my condolences to the families of the ones that did not make it. Y'all be careful going over there to Mexico. They play by a whole different set of rules, them cartels. I don't want to speak on them too much because I don't need them coming to hack into my stuff. But y'all just be careful. I understand, people want a vacation. Surgeries over there are a little bit cheaper. But if y'all do decide to go against my better judgment, I wouldn't do it. But if y'all do decide to go, make sure you don't go anywhere alone. I don't care if you're going up the street to the corner store. Don't go anywhere alone. Keep your head on the swivel and make sure you're using your cat eye. Because, baby, they not playing fair. Shout out to Miss Chameleon. I love her to death. She was just over there and had an experience. Y'all just be careful because they is not playing by the rules. But other than that, didn't really see anything. Oh, also Blueface and his mama with Krishan, not thinking that Krishan is pregnant. That lady's obsession with her son is weird and it's scary. I mean, she act like she want to date her son. It's very weird. If that girl not pregnant, that's between her and Blueface. And I'm pretty sure if she not pregnant, Blueface is in on it. He know. They do a lot of stuff, for clout, and it is what it is. Make your coin, boo-boo. But, baby, please stay out your grown-ass son's business. Let that man live. He like that toxic shit, so let him be involved. And when the shit comes to crumble, you just be the mama that you supposed to be and be the shoulder that he need. But other than that, let these children live their lives. They do a lot of stuff different than what we used to do, and it is what it is. If you got to embarrass yourself, run a whole line, all this other stuff to create a coin, by all means, do you, boo-boo. But it ain't for me. But I'm going to touch on some of the stuff that I wanted to touch on last week and was unable to because I didn't do the show. Let's get into Mr. Peter. From the Real Housewives of Atlanta, Cynthia Bailey, ex-husband. Baby, not you getting drunk and don't know how to keep your hands to yourself. And then as a grown-ass senior citizen, you want to go back and apologize because you don't know how to control your liquor, sir. You almost able to get half off at the Golden Corral buffet. I'm gonna need you to get it together. You should not be owning a club and then putting your hands on people. But you know what? He's always had a problem because didn't he cheat and had an affair allegedly? I'm not sure. Y'all let me know in the comments. But when he messing around with some of the waitresses at one point in time, and he just need to get it together. How you owning an establishment and you just causing all this chaos and this ruckus? I mean, he just always gave me queen vibes anyway. So for those who don't know, he has a club called Bar One. He has different establishments, one being in Baltimore where this incident took place. I don't know what was said, what was happened, but allegedly he choked the bitch out. Okay. But anywho, and just so happened, the young lady that he choked out was Tammy's niece, Waka Flocka's ex-wife. And Tammy is not here for the foolishness when it comes to her and her people. We all know, we done all seen, Tammy does go hard for her family. And it is what it is. I don't blame her. Allegedly, the niece doesn't want any type of assistance from Tammy because, Tammy's 10 toes down. She's going to stomp hard when it comes to her people. But she wants to handle it privately because, she's not in the public eye, whatever. And respectfully so. But, Peter, you need to get it together, Miss Sam's mama, honey's queen. Because he's always giving me queen vibes. He was always in the mess with the females on Real Housewives of Atlanta. He always was arguing with Nene and going back and forth with Cynthia. I just don't understand it. He gave me very much queen. He gave me very much one of the girls. You get what I'm saying? But Peter's just too old. You too old. Y'all let me know in the comments what y'all think of that situation, because if that is true and that is what happened, because I don't know. I haven't seen any police report and I don't need nobody coming. Oh, excuse me. I keep covering up the mic, but I don't know, what was what and what was not, but child. He just always gave me messy teas when it came to him, child. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments. Next up, Life After Lockup. So y'all know we wrapped up the season finale, and y'all know if y'all watch the franchise, Love After Lockup has a follow-up show called Life After Lockup, where they follow certain individuals after the Love After Lockup series has ended, and they continue on with their life, in general, more time after they've been out. And baby, Miss Derek, I'm gonna get it together one day, y'all. Derek and Miss Monique. I'm just over it. So the week before last, I haven't caught up on this week's episode, but the week before last, when it was all said and done, Monique dropped the bomb on Derek that it was a possibility that she could be pregnant. She was late. And baby, did y'all see the reaction that Derek gave Monique? So let's go ahead and recap the season finale. Remember how he wanted to marry her? He put the ring on layaway and had intentions on proposing to Monique. But what I don't understand is, if you had every intentions on marrying this girl and your intentions is to marry this girl, when this girl told you that she was pregnant, what was your reaction on some, she trying to trap you, she trying to lock you down? But isn't that the whole point of marriage? I'm just saying, isn't that the whole point of getting married? To be trapped, to be locked down, to be tied, to be one with someone. So even if she is pregnant, wouldn't this go hand in hand with what your plans was with her anyway? Or do you have other motives? I'm just saying. And Monique's reaction to the thing, I just wish Miss Mamas would understand that y'all would be best Judies more than in a relationship, especially since y'all at this time of recording, y'all, he hasn't even been out 30 days and you already caught this man cheating on you. You already went on a high-speed chase with, other individuals that was involved in his shenanigans while he was locked up. Girl, cut your ties and cut your laws. I don't believe in abortions, you get what I'm saying? But what I am saying is, girl, this is a sign. God is trying to tell you something. God is trying to tell you something right now. Right now. He's trying to tell you something, Monique. Because his reaction was just not lining up with what he's trying to do. If you're trying to marry this girl, I'm just trying to figure out why your reaction was this girl is trying to trap you. How? How, Sway? How? Child. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments. Y'all think she ended up being pregnant? If y'all have already seen the episode, the newer episode, y'all let me know. Cause baby, and then I seen somewhere, he's cheated multiple times, allegedly. She stated that he allegedly cheated multiple times on her. So girl, it's kind of like, what you holding on to? Ain't that much, I need a piece of man in the world. It ain't like Derek is bringing anything significant to your life except for drama. It's drama. Miss Mama brings the drama. And you falling right into it just so you can have a piece of man. Y'all let me know in the comments what y'all think, because baby, this is the foolishness. I just can't. Moving right along. The talk that I really want to get into, because it goes in with tonight's topic. And I'm going to get to that in a minute. Drew Sidora and her husband. Baby, if this ain't about to be a messy behind divorce, if I've ever seen one. So allegedly, I believe after 7-8 years of marriage, Drew Sidora, you might know her from the Real Housewives of Atlanta, The Game. But yeah, Miss Drew Sidora and her husband are filing for a divorce. But baby, the pettiness is real all the way down to the initial filing. So baby, it was like a race to the courthouse to see who could file for divorce first. Baby, Drew Sidora, first it was reported that allegedly Drew Sidora's husband filed for divorce first. But baby, when they went and got that paperwork, Ms. Drew Sidora had filed for divorce first, and she filed for divorce approximately 61 minutes before her husband did. Come to find out, he's been allegedly cheating on her, been caught out of town, I believe in Tampa, with other women. But it's the messiness and the pettiness in the beginning of filing for me, baby. Like, y'all already, I just hope Miss Mamas is in the right mind frame going through this, because he about to take her up and through there. He really about to. I hate it for the kids. I love, especially black love. And I just hate to see that it gets to a point that reconciliation is no longer an option. But baby, when Miss Lucidora first came on to the Real Housewives of Atlanta franchise, it was already some things going on. Y'all let me know in the comments what y'all think, because if I'm not mistaken, when she first entered onto the show, he used to do some of the sketchy things like get mad at her, don't answer the phone, get missing for days at a time. Like, girl, you were supposed to be putting your foot down then. So to say that we didn't see this coming would be a bold-faced lie. Y'all let me know in the comments. I might be wording it wrong or recollecting the situation wrong, but if I'm not mistaken, Miss Moses was getting walked like a dog from the jump. She was letting that man slide with a little too much. Now, we are from the outside looking in, so we don't really know what's all going on. But baby, from what you're trying to portray, he's been getting away with this for a little minute. You was giving him too much room. You needed him on a tighter leash to get him to understand that you ain't the one to be played with, because he's been doing this for a little minute from my understanding. Y'all let me know in the comments. So my prayers go out to her. I hope she's in the right mind frame to go through this divorce, because baby, this shit gonna get messy. This shit finna be messy, honey. It's gonna be something to talk about, baby. But it leads to be into tonight's topic, and I felt like this was a good one. I always run my topics by my old man, my best friend, and my manager. And when I brought this topic up, baby, it turned into an hour discussion. So I said I had to bring it to my people so we could talk about it. And guess what? We're going to talk about the motherfucker talk about. So tonight's topic is, hold on to your seats because I want to read it verbatim, y'all. Should you, would you, could you be friends with your ex? We're going to talk about it. So, me personally, let me just go ahead and get this out the way. I am not friends with any of my exes. What I like to do is a 30-day cool down period. Depending on the reason for the breakup, we all know within those 30 days, it's a slight chance that you and your partner could get back together. Usually, I would give it a 90-day period, depending on the severity of the breakup. Because, sometimes you just need a break. Sometimes you need to find yourself. You lose yourself in a relationship sometimes. And sometimes you really have to just take a break and a breather between you and your partner to really find out, is this something that y'all need to continue doing? However, once those 90 days has gone, I really have my mind made up in 30 days, but it depends on the effort and, the back and forth communication that we're having within them 30 days if I'm going to extend it to the 90 days. But baby, let me tell you something. I'm not friends with none of my exes. As soon as I call it quits and I know it's over and it's done with, baby, you go on the block list. And you go on the block list with everything. I block you on social media. I block you on my phone. I send out a bulletin to all my friends that this is no longer the tea and you don't need to answer any phone calls. Matter of fact, if you're following my ex for any reason, maybe I needed you to snoop, maybe I needed you to see some things and I didn't want it to come from my page or accidentally like or anything, unfollow, block, it's done, it's over, cut communication. That's just me personally. I am not friends with none of my exes. If you are ex of mine and you still see some of my stuff going on, it's only through social media, and that's only probably due to a new page. But I blocked you initially on my social media. For whatever reason, I have another page, or I had to create another page. That's the only way you're gonna have access. Because all my social medias are public, I don't have any type of restrictions on my page, because I like to have people be able to come and see my content or whatever and don't have to send, a follow request to get approved or whatever. So all my stuff is open. So the only other way outside of that, if I have not made a new page since we've broken up, is you lurking on somebody else's page. But other than that, me personally, I am not the one to be friends with the ex. So then you say, well, Keish, what if there's a baby involved? There's a real thin line, because people like to use that friend word very much loosely. There's a thin line between cordial slash co-parenting, and being friends. My definition for one of a friend is someone that I can talk to, someone that I can come to with my issues, someone that I can confide in, someone that's there to support me mentally, financially, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. That's a friend. So if there is a child involved, it's a very sticky situation. Y'all let me know in the comments. If you do have a child with an ex, are you cordial with that person so y'all can co-parent, or are y'all real deal friends? I feel like when you're friends with somebody you used to date, where you had emotional ties, spiritual ties, sometimes financial ties, it's confusing. And I feel like, some people saying, well, some people can be good friends and not good significant others. I have to disagree on that, because in my mind, you should be dating your friend in the first place. And if you're not even a good significant other, how can you be a good friend? Because hopefully you went through the whole talking. We talked about this. Talking, dating, exclusive, official. You get what I'm saying? And if you started out with the right foundation as a friend, you should always be able to bounce back as a significant other. And if you can be friends, then I feel like there's always that room for a reconnection, especially once the one of the two or both move on. There might be jealousy there, because you might have been leading this person on as a friend, thinking that there's a possibility that you could get back together, and you'll really see how that person really feels if one person hasn't fully moved on like the other person. Once you get into a new relationship and that person is just always causing drama, calling at unnecessary times, being disrespectful to the new girlfriend. At this point, my thing is this: if y'all are truly friends, if your new significant other doesn't know about this friendship, then it's something going on in the water. Something ain't clean in the water. Y'all let me know in the comments what y'all think. Me personally, I just could not be friends with somebody that I used to date. I'm just not built like that. I don't wish any death on you. I don't wish you no harm. I don't wish none of that. But I damn sure don't wish you well, and I damn sure don't want you in my motherfucking business anymore, because I'm not with the shits. I just can't. And I don't have time to build this friendship with you after we broken up. And then what if I do move on to somebody who is worth me investing in now, and they don't agree with the friendship? Now I have to cut you off, because I am going to cut you off, especially if this is someone that I see a future happening with, and I have to focus on this. And if that makes them uncomfortable, then I'm gonna have to end that. So I might as well just cut all my ties, move on. I don't need no extra baggage coming on to the new relationship, because it can complicate things moving forward. You get what I'm saying? Y'all let me know in the comments what y'all think. That's just me personally. So first, would you be friends with your ex? I've already told y'all, me personally, I couldn't do it. I wouldn't do it. I'm not saying that it's not possible. I'm just saying I have boundaries. And I'm not saying that when I see you out in public, it's just going to be a type of deal. Hey, how you doing? Keep it motherfucking moving. But I'm not going to be sitting on the phone. I'm not going to be exchanging texts. I don't care how you're doing. I don't care what you got going on. I don't care to be involved in any of your future endeavors. Cut me out of that. If those future endeavors don't have anything to do with endeavors that we had before we broke up, I could care less. And if we had any business ties together, financial ties together, if we do have to talk, if there's no way around it, we have to talk, then it's strictly about business and keep it pushing. And at that point, me personally, we need to work on severing ties. If we have a business together, we need to work on how I'm going to sell my half of the business, or you're going to sell your half of the business, or we're going to continue the business, or what we're going to do. It makes things so complicated and sticky, and feelings, like we're human. We are very much human, and I just can't see how that could work. But y'all let me know in the comments. Let me know what y'all think. Maybe it can work, and but I just feel like even if a friendship still can be developed after the relationship is over, maybe y'all are better off as friends than in a relationship. How do you handle that moving forward into your new relationship? Because I just don't see anybody that you date after that person being okay with you still being friends that you had emotional and physical ties with, spiritual ties with. I just don't see it, you know. And I know a lot of people that do it. I know a lot of people that has done it, and those same people still end up fucking and sucking. I'm just saying, baby mamas and baby daddies included. Y'all know how that is. I have a motherfucking rule my damn self. If the baby is under 5, I ain't finna even get involved, because if the baby is under 5, then y'all haven't cut ties, and that's just what it is. Because it takes women, in my opinion, this is my opinion, from what I've seen from friends and, you know, other people, women who have kids by men tend to try to make the family dynamic work, because nobody gets pregnant to purposely be a single parent. And if the baby is under, I give it 5 years. 5 years, she either then got over it, she's ready to move on, she understands that this isn't going to work, and, you know, she's just not going to deal with the foolishness anymore. Usually. And I'm not going to say that's in all cases, but most of the time, 5 years. Once that child turns 5, more than likely the baby mama or the baby daddy, because there are some delusional, crazy, deranged, jealous baby daddies out there who don't want to move on from their baby mama either, and feel like they ain't got to do nothing for their baby mama because the baby mama don't want to put out. You're wrong if that is your take on the situation. But that's neither here nor there. But y'all just let me know in the comments, what do y'all think? Because if the split was mutual and it wasn't on bad terms, and the grounds to say that you are better off as friends because, you know, the extra feelings involved complicates things, I just don't see the reason for the breakup. So I feel like there's always room to continue. There's always room. You know, how many times have you seen people get married, they get a divorce, they go out and do their thing, they go out and do their thing, and then 3 years later, they end up remarrying that person. You get what I'm saying? So, for me, it's a no. Should you be friends with your ex after one or both of you have moved on and are in new relationships? Again, me personally, I'm cutting that shit off after we break up, because I feel like trying to get back out in the dating scene once you have healed, once you have, you know, gotten yourself back on working on you, and, you know, even though you might not have been the initial reason for the breakup, you also have to take accountability on the things that you allowed that person to do to you that got you to the point for the separation. So once you've done that work on yourself and you're getting out there in the dating game, I feel like having your ex as your friend is a big no-no. I think that, to me personally, please understand, y'all, this is all my own personal opinions, but I would love to hear y'all's personal opinions in the comments. Me personally, getting back out in the dating scene and, you know, a year into it, you know, he's met your friends and one of your friends just so happens to be your ex, I really think, in my opinion, that is going to complicate things. And I don't think it necessarily has to do with any insecurities, but just, I like to put myself in the position of the person that I'm dealing with. If I know I wouldn't accept it, I'm not going to even put them in the position or give them some type of ultimatum or make them respect it, because that's not fair. I'm not a jealous or insecure person, but I do believe in boundaries. And especially if that person is very shady, they don't want to get to know you, they don't want to respect your relationship, and they just become really catty and just do some off the wall ass shit. Now, bitch, you disrespecting me. Fuck the relationship. Now you're disrespecting me because, bitch, I just came into the situation and I ain't do shit to you. Whatever you and him got going on, unresolved feelings, unresolved, you know, tension, or whatever the case may be, that's between you and him. Keep me out of that. So I would rather him deal with that as a crazy delusional ex versus a crazy delusional ex that's my friend. Because now I feel like you're babysitting her feelings. You're catering to her feelings because she does not, or she's not ready to move on. When if you separated ties, how she feels about you not moving on shouldn't be any of her concern. Shouldn't be your concern. You shouldn't care. If she don't want to move on, that's cool. But as long as you've done the necessary things to sever all ties, blocked her, don't answer the phone calls, she doesn't have access to you at all, but she's doing things to get around that, to still be in contact with you, be in your business, be in your life, then that's when I step in to handle it, and step to her woman to woman and let her know this ain't that, and if we need to handle it a different way, it is what it's gonna be. And at this point, I'm not fighting you about this nigga because he's already mine. I'm never gonna fight a bitch over a nigga that's mine, because if he's mine, I shouldn't have to be. He's not gonna put me in. But what I am gonna do is beat your ass for disrespecting me, because clearly he's moved on. Clearly, I see that he is not involved with you. But you're still going out your way to sabotage him being happy without you. Now, on the flip side of that, I do understand bitches ain't out here just being delusional for no reason. Because if a bitch is still trying to get in contact with him, communicate with him, trying to, be in his life and be involved and just don't want to let go, he's giving her a reason. And I said what I said. And that's in most cases. But I have seen in rare occasions where niggas have these delusional, fatal attraction, Brandy Webb from a thin line between love and hate type of girl who just don't want to let go. And that's very rare. But I'm trying to tell you, if she's all in the mix, he's giving her a reason. And I said what I said. That's why I said I can't deal with nobody who's still friends with their ex. Because she's around for a reason. You're keeping her around for a reason. Whether she's a placeholder till you do move on, and that's wrong, because you're leading her on and you're adding fuel to her feelings. And when the fire goes to flaming and everything else, you can't get mad at her for being in the mix and sabotaging your new shit. That's why I say I'm the type of person, once I'm done, I'm cutting all ties. I can't. I'm not, because I'm not finna fight you, bitch. It ain't that serious. Unless he got gold on the tip of his dick, and he got long money like Bill Gates and all of them, I ain't gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. Because remaining friends while dating other people just may cause friction. And it's going to cause friction, because at the end of the day, we're all human. It ain't got nothing to do with jealousy. It ain't got nothing to do with insecurity. It's just all about why you holding on to this person. If this breakup was, if the reason, if y'all separated and there was no room for reconciliation, there was no room of y'all getting back together, then what's the point of still being friends? I don't get it. I don't understand it. Move it right along. It is what it is. We don't need to be friends. I'm not gonna do it. Y'all let me know in the comments, because I just can't see it happening for me. I don't see it working. And I've been in before y'all say what y'all got to say, I've been in a situationship or relationship where I tried to be that understanding girlfriend, where I allowed my significant other to be friends with their ex, be friends with their baby mamas. No, and it never ended well. It never ended well. And then when I walk away from the situation, now it's a problem. But at the end of the day, you're not setting boundaries for that person to respect our relationship, calling all times of the night, talking to me sideways, excluding me from things that got to do with the child, especially if we got time in. You eventually develop a bond with the child. And I'm not saying that I need to be at the doctor's appointments. I'm not saying that I need to be, in things that don't necessarily have anything to do with me. But if it's celebrating the child, like graduation and things like that, birthdays, I want to be involved. And if you're going to make that hard for me to be involved, then I just don't see no way around it. Case in point, dealing with somebody, or dealt with somebody whose baby mama literally kept the child away from the father for 3 whole months, all because she couldn't meet me. Mind you, so let me give you a little backstory. When me and him first got together, she was in a relationship. he's the type of person, he's not letting anybody around his child regardless. He's just not that type of person. So by the time he let me around his son, you know, we had developed, okay, this is what we're going to do. We rocking with each other. It is what it is. The child had been coming to my home with, I want to say, for about 6 months at this point. Coming to my house every weekend that he had him. Sometimes when he worked, he would leave the child. I never put pressure on meeting the baby mom because that's not my place to initiate that. But I did feel it was important for me to meet her because I do have your child in my care. Sometimes your child is in my care when the baby father is not around. And I do think it's important for me to have some way to get in contact with you in the case that something does happen. But I left that up to him to initiate that. I don't overstep my boundaries. If, you know, because you should trust your baby father that he's not going to have your child around any and everybody. And that was the case. He's not the type of person that has his child around any and everybody that he dates or, you know, is messing around with. But we hadn't solidified our relationship by this time, and he felt comfortable enough. And he let me around him. So after her relationship was over, she was, you know, tossed to the side by whoever she was dating with. Now her focus was on meeting me. And I felt like that was some childish, petty, vindictive ass shit. Because when you had your own little thing going on and you wasn't worried about your baby daddy because your baby daddy was single as fuck and you wasn't concerned about him moving on, you didn't give a fuck. You was already over here lollygagging it up, laid up with your boo. You didn't too much give two fucks about what he had going on and who he had going on with and who your son was around. But the minute that you in this situation didn't work anymore, now your business is all, your focus is all on what we got going on over here. And that's what, you know, caused the friction, because you should have been concerned about who I was from the jump, not when your relationship ended and now you need now you need something else to focus on. So, you know, she was putting pressure on. She went this whole love and hip hop type of deal. And it was just giving very much, bitch, you don't really care who he around. You just want to see who he around. Because now your son is talking about me. He fell in love with me, this, that, and the third. And now this situation over here ended. And when it probably didn't bother you before, now it's bothering, like, who is this bitch? Bitch, I'm not here to take your place. I don't have no motherfucking kids. I love my boyfriend's kids to death. I treat them like they my own. They've all stayed with me at one point. I've had them in my care a whole lot. But babe, I'm not trying to take your place. Team no kids. And I'm okay with that. I'm very much okay with it. I am very much okay with it. I am very much okay with it. So you ain't got to worry about me trying to take your place or do none of that. But what you're not going to do is use your child as a pawn because you can't get your way. And that's a trend for that situation. We don't have to deal with that too much now because, you know, me and my old man, we're 5 years in. But it was very, it set the foundation of what I was dealing with. Now, at the time, I did feel some type of way. I felt like she's only acting like this because you giving her a reason to. And that's just my experience and what I've dealt with in the past, because why was she in a relationship and her concern wasn't too much on what we had going on? Now she's no longer in a relationship. Is she not in a relationship now because she sees that we're getting serious over here? Is she not in a relationship now because of something that had nothing to do with that? But the whole thing is, you use your child as leverage to get what the fuck you wanted, and that's what started to piss me off. So finally, she, you know, bogarted her way into meeting me, and as soon as she found out who I was, the son started coming back around. So in those situations, that right there needs to be no friendship, because she's willing to use that son as a pawn because there's something inside of her that she don't want to let go when it comes to you. And like I said before, if I'm not mistaken, I talked about this before, I don't think she wants her baby daddy. She wants to do her. She wants to live her life, but she don't want her baby daddy to move on and be happy. As long as he's single, miserable, and she has access to him whenever she's ready, she's cool. But the moment a bitch is putting a smile on his motherfucking face, she is in shambles. And unfortunately, like I said, that situation has been handled and rectified. The method that we had to rectify is not the best, but it what works for us to keep the drama, because she keeps a lot of shit going, and she's the type of person that likes to throw rocks and hide her motherfucking hands. So that's what I'm saying. In those type of situations, Be cordial to co-parent. Respect the mother of your child, because at the end of the day, you're not the full-time parent. You get your son on a schedule according to, how that situation was handled in court or whatever the case may be. But all of that, put her in our business, and me trusting that she's going to give you good advice on how to handle our situation as a friend without malicious intent. Because you set the foundation when you couldn't meet me and you kept your son away from his daddy for 3 months, and the only person you were hurting was the child. You was hurting the father because that is his only son, but that's 3 months that he can't never get back, and it's very selfish. So these are the reasons why I can't get jiggy with that shit. Respect the mother of your child, because she does have him full time. I take my hat off to that. I'm never going to tell you to disrespect her, call out her name, and do none of that stuff there. But what I am going to say is set boundaries. Let her know that, just like there's things in place for your protection to get your child, and she's going to use that against you any chance she gets when she can't get her way. Fellas, y'all have rights as well. I'm always going to be an advocate for fellas, having a right with these bitter baby mamas. And I said what I said, because these women be out here hurt for real and don't think that their man or their baby daddy or their ex will ever move on, and they will use that child as a pawn, knowing that will hurt that man. I'm going to take this out because this one keeps sliding. And that's fucked up, in my opinion. That's real messed up. So fellas, if she wants to play those games, I know y'all hate to get the laws involved. I know y'all hate to have them folks in y'all business, but it's not fair and it's not cool, and you got to set those type of boundaries, and friendship is crossing the boundaries. Period, point blank. All right, and lastly, could you be friends with your ex? So would you, should you, and could you be friends with your ex? I couldn't. Like I said, I could be cordial, but friends, because a lot of my relationships did not end in the best of light. They did not do it. And I just can't. I can't. Because I'm petty, and I'm the type of motherfucker that's gonna throw up bullshit. Like, we could be sitting up here talking, and you could be like, yeah, you fine as fuck, big ass booty. Oh yeah, like that big booty bitch that you cheated on me with. See, I'm that type of bitch, so I can't be friends with you. I can't. I don't wish you no ill intent. You know what I'm saying? I wish you the best. A little bit, depending on what you did, but wishing you well and wanting to be friends, that's why I crossed the line. You're blocked. You don't have, none of my exes have my number. None of my exes, none of that bullshit. It's just giving me very much, you still want me teased, and I don't. And I said what I motherfucker said. Rather the relationship ended nasty, horrible, or mutually and respectfully, me personally, I will never be friends with an ex, and I said that throughout this whole segment, and I'm just going to keep reiterating it. So if you are my ex out there, and we were in a heavy relationship, and you were thinking about getting in my inbox trying to rekindle a friendship, this is your sign not to. Ain't gonna happen. Never. Being cordial, like I said, is one thing, even if I'm not trying to be cordial with you right off the bat, but time heals all wounds, and regardless of the reason why we broke up, good, bad, mutual, or not, this is still someone you were invested in emotionally, mentally, spiritually, physically, financially, all of that good shit. And I just need time to get to the cordial part, me personally. So basically, I'm not going to be cordial with you off the bat. Like I said, 30 to 90 days, I hate your guts. I don't like you. I can't stand you. You're the worst person in the world. You're the devil. Everything about you makes me want to throw up. Period. I could never be cordial with you. Right off the bat. Please give me time to heal. I still talk about you to my friends and how you ain't shit. I'm still low-key kind of stalking your pages a little bit to see if you talk about slick-ass shit, if you done moved on, to see if you and that bitch you probably was telling me not to worry about then got together, and now I got my information screenshot. See, I told y'all bitch ass, and this, that, and third. So, give me time. So, right now, me and my nigga been together for 5 years now. And, I've healed from all my exes. I don't want none of them. I don't see none of them. I ain't dealing with none of them. I don't have no interest in none of them. So at this point, if I see you out in public, hey, how you doing? Keep it moving. Don't ask me for my number. Don't ask me how I'm doing, because I could care less about how you feeling and what you doing. And friends. Again, I need to just touch on this just a little bit more. Friends. We use that word so loosely these days, because not only will it complicate things when trying to move forward, but I think there will always be something that will always be there that will always make the relationship with your new partner weird. Because again, first of all, we use that friend word so loosely. A friend is someone that you can call on, you could depend on. You know, it might not be somebody that you talk to every day, but when shit get real, you can count on them. That's a friend, not somebody that's just a place filler until you can find you somebody new. That's not a friend. You know, and some of y'all ain't even been through no real deal situations with nobody to call nobody your friend. So it's like, you know, stop being some friendly ass bitches. I don't understand how people be in their late 20s, early 30s, sometimes 40s and 50s, still trying to make new friends. Now, I understand associates. I understand partners in, you know, business and things like that. But friends, like, I really don't feel like a person that you meet is genuinely your friend, at least until y'all have went through something that tests that friendship. And I'm not going to put a time limit on it, because, you know, I've met people within a year time span that supports my content, that supports me in general, over somebody that I've been friends with 20 plus years, give me negative feedback and all this other kind of bullshit. You get what I'm saying? So me personally, when we say friends, like, if you can't tell me after you broke up with this person that this person, you know, continued to support you and help you, and that's strictly what it was, I'm not going for it. I don't respect it, and I don't agree with it. And that's just me personally. We could be friends. We could be sneaky links. We can hunch. We could do all of that. But to be in a relationship and you're still besties, like y'all real cool, and this is somebody you could depend on and all of that other stuff, I'm not going to be able to do it. That's where I cross the line. Those are my boundaries. And that's just where I'm not going to let a lot of shit fly. And that's just me personally. Again, y'all let me know in the comments. That was something that was just heavy on my heart, because I just hate when people break up. They be like, you know, this is not going to work. It's not me. It's not you. It's me. But we can still be friends. I have never told a motherfucker that we ain't going to work, but we can still be friends. Never. Because in my experience, when men have told me, but I still want to be your friend, they want that physical connection, but they don't want the emotional, the mental, the spiritual, and everything else that responsibilities that come with it. And that's just me personally. When a man is with you and he feeling the pressure of the relationship and he can't do what the fuck he want to do, got caught cheating multiple times, texting, you know, whatever your level of cheating is, because my level of cheating might not be your level of cheating, but whatever your level of cheating is, and he's just tired of the arguments, he's tired of getting caught, and he just don't want to deal with you no more, but he still wants to be friends. He just want to add you to the roster of the bitches that he's already been dealing with behind your back, and he just wants to be able to do it freely, but he don't want to take you out the lineup. Period, point blank. And that's just my take on it. I mean, like I said, I've dealt with the whole trying to accept your baby mother. And that's probably the only reason why I tried to accept it. The child was, you know, my age requirement. And I understand that y'all have a child together. I understand, y'all were married and y'all had these things going on and y'all were together for a long period of time. It's the only reason why I tried to give it a try. But it got a little too heavy for me and I ended the relationship and I gave him back. I told y'all about that story. I gave him back. I told y'all how that went down and she couldn't even handle it and I had to go snatch my nigga up and get him back because she couldn't handle it. And then that created even more animosity because you caused all this friction. I give him back. He not only leaves you because of the foolishness, but then he comes back to me. I made him work for it. Please understand, it didn't just happen overnight, baby. He had to work to come back home. And he had to make me feel secure in my place that situation was you're never gonna put me in a situation like that again. And again, we're to a point now where we have it regulated. There is no friends. There is no support. There is no, hey, how you doing? Just check. If it ain't about the child, there is no communication. And what works for us might not work for you, but let me know in the comments what y'all think because it didn't work for us. It didn't work for me. And when I wanted to initially set those boundaries, you were gung-ho. But when I gave him back, and you seen what I was talking about on why those boundaries needed to be set, now you understand my point of view of everything. Now you're setting those boundaries. Now you're making sure without me asking that I feel secure in this relationship. Now you're making sure that those lines on your end are not being crossed because you would allow her to cross all type of lines in the name of friendship and your son. But then when it came to her, she picked and chose what boundaries you were allowed to cross when she wasn't getting her motherfucking way. Especially when it came to yours truly. Baby, I gave him back. I can't be mad he came back and he knew where it was real in the Ville at. Period. And it is what it is. And I said what I motherfucking said. Period. So y'all just let me know in the comments what y'all think. Can y'all be friends with y'all ex? Would y'all be friends with y'all ex? If there's a child involved, should you be friends with your ex? Because I'm really interested in knowing. Like I said, I ran this by my old man, my best friend, and my manager. And baby, it turned into a whole 1 hour plus conversation. And I was just very interested in knowing another female. She was okay with being her significant other being friends with her ex. It just doesn't fly with me. My old man understood both sides, being that he was in a situation with me, so he gets it. But again, we've handled that, and what works for us works for us. Me personally, I'm dead set on a hell no. But I'm in my relationship. We got that situated, so I'm just saying, Lord forbid, me and my old man don't ever work out, which I don't ever see that happen because I love my Duval nigga. I love him. My man is every bit of a Duval man. You get what I'm saying? Dark skin, chocolate, waves. Ooh, just like I like them with gold. Oh, I'm sorry, y'all. Anywho, y'all let me know in the comments. This was a subject that I just really wanted to get a lot of y'all's opinion on. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Would y'all, could y'all, should y'all be friends with y'all ex? And what stipulations and boundaries, if you do allow that, would you have on, that situation? Sorry, y'all, my thing went out or whatever the case may be. But what would y'all think? I'm very interested. Let's talk about it. Let's debate about it in the comments. All right, but that wraps that up. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Unfortunately, there were no emails this week. Why y'all don't love me this week, I have no idea. But however, start sending those emails in for next week's show. Again, the emails can be sent to ayokeshent@gmail.com. That's AYOKESHENT@gmail.com. If y'all have any questions for me, any advice, any topics y'all want me to talk about, y'all go ahead and send it to the email and let me know so we can get to talk about. And I'm telling you, anything from advice, questions, topics you would like for me to discuss. Let me give you some real honest, comedic, ratchet motherfucking advice that we can get into it. Again, those business inquiries, they are only $10 promos. $10 promos, y'all. Y'all can't beat that. I will post it on my TikTok. I will post it on my Instagram. And I will mention it at least twice during the Ayo Kesh I Know You Fucking Lying Fridays. So y'all get those in. Also, I want to thank all my AKKs, and that's the Ayo Kesh cousins. I want to thank y'all for all joining me tonight. Make sure y'all come back tonight at 9 p.m. and we're going to go live and talk about tonight's show. So that's how I'm going to do it. I'm going to pre-record the shows, have them up by 7 p.m. Friday evening Eastern Standard Time, and then at 9 p.m. we're going to start going live on YouTube to talk about the show. So that way I can pre-record, give y'all all the effects, and add any juicy things that I want to add to the, when I'm editing. And then at 9 p.m. we can go live on YouTube and get down with the get down. Again, the new skit is up, so I'm doing new skits every Thursday. That was put up yesterday, so if you haven't checked it out, go and check it out. It's on TikTok and Instagram, and I'm gonna upload it to my YouTube right after I finish editing this show. Again, this is gonna be posted by 7 p.m. tonight. I'm gonna get the editing and get y'all ready or whatever, and y'all go ahead and send me those emails, because this is the first week that I didn't get no emails on business or any talk about questions, advice, or anything. I don't know why y'all do me like this. I'm just saying, okay? I'm gonna entertain y'all. Y'all ain't send me no emails. Y'all ain't send me no tea to talk about. Y'all ain't send me nothing. But it's okay. It's okay. Because I'm giving y'all what y'all want. And this is what y'all want. And I'm going to still do it. But don't let me go another motherfucking week and I ain't got not one single email. Yeah, I'm going to go real hood, real Duval, 103rd, West Side, Zone 4, off the Rick on y'all motherfucking ears. Don't play with me next week. I want to see some emails. I want to see some emails next week. Y'all dead ass wrong. Y'all dead ass wrong. But it's all good. Get it together, Keisha. Get it together. But yes, AKKs, Ayo Kesh cousins. That's what y'all are now. Y'all my AKKs. AKKs. Y'all my cousins. So all the AKKs, again, send all business promo inquiries to ayokeshent@gmail.com. Send all topic and advice questions to ayokeshent@gmail.com. That's AYOKESHENT@gmail.com. Make sure y'all also are following my TikTok at AyoKesh88. That's AYOKESH88. Make sure y'all following my Instagram, Ayo_Kesh2. That's AYO_KESH, the number 2. And I love y'all. See y'all next week. Mwah.